Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the 15th episode of my 1 versus 2 times 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against 3 separate teams of 2 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Draconian Necromancer, Crogar the Corrupt. In our last episode, we've encountered the last of our 2 unknown opponents here, although kind of indirectly as we still don't have them officially uncovered here, but we know now that there is a high elf dreadnought here, and this is one of his cities. So we've kind of encountered him, and we're now going to start amassing an army to go and obviously start dealing with him. So we know where that is. We knew they were out to the east somewhere, but now we have sort of definitive evidence of his location, so we can start amassing an army to deal with that. We also continued kind of growing our empire here. We've acquired another city as we're moving to the east. We've also done some scouting and determined locations for additional city that we want to build. This is a great spot here, this island. And then we've also got our new city that we're working on this island here. And we also eventually want to grab this orc city. So we've got lots of development on the home front, and then we've also got some expansion and conquest objectives kind of for the next episode or two here that we really want to start working on. So lots to do and lots that we have done. So this is going well. Before I get into the bulk of this episode, though, I did just want to give a quick shout out to 3 different individuals who left some excellent comments on the last episode, the video of the last episode. The first of those is Casper Eklund, as always. Casper left some great comments here, and I'll just highlight a few of them. So in my last episode, I had a battle where during the battle I used a unit that moved past an enemy unit, took an attack of opportunity, and then I tried to flank that unit, and I wasn't able to, and I wasn't really sure why. Well, Casper said that, or he suggested that it might be because if a unit takes an attack of opportunity, then it can't flank the same enemy in that same battle turn. And that does make sense kind of from a sort of practical standpoint, and I think Casper's probably right there, although he wasn't 100% sure if that was the case, but it's a great explanation for what we saw happen there. And Paratosh Bala also commented that in his experience, the AI has taken an attack of opportunity and still been able to flank that same unit. So it may be that the rules apply to the player, but the AI kind of gets to cheat around that, which we see sometimes happen. And obviously the Emperor AI, for example, gets kind of benefits that the player doesn't get. For example, undead units will heal when they're not in sight of the player, even if they don't have a healing unit in the stack that can maintain them. As long as they're in the fog of war and the player can't see them, the AI's undead units will heal over time. So that's just one example of how that kind of cheats. So thank you to Paratosh for that additional potential explanation as well, that it may be just sort of a bug, or it may be that the AI has rules that don't apply to the player. And obviously thanks to Casper for that explanation. Casper also mentioned that on this new island here where I'm interested in potentially putting a city. So let's just take a peek. So we have Firak here, and Firak has this Draconian settler. And I wanted to move Firak stack up, move this settler onto the island and start building. But Casper has, I think, rightly pointed out that this island has some pretty nasty structures on it. So, for example, we have legendary structures like the Forbidden Sanctum, the Raven Keep here, and then also the Sphinx Temple. And so these are all pretty difficult structures to clear, quite frankly. And then we also have this tomb, which not as difficult to clear, but good opportunity for more units there. And then who knows what we'll find in the Shadow Realm there. We may find some pretty nasty, tough customers. We've also got a Monument of the Ashen Rose you can see here, and that's going to be hard to clear as it's in the water as well, so that adds another kind of challenge level. So what Casper has suggested is that rather than sending Firak here, who has a decent stack, but not leveled up and really not that powerful at the moment, what Casper has basically suggested is taking Crogar, or maybe rebalancing these stacks or something like that, and sending more powerful units up this way to clear out this island. And I actually think that's a really good idea, because if I were to send Firak by himself here, even though he's got a good stack, I just don't think there's enough kind of oomph in this stack to be able to clear out some of these more challenging structures, or at least not to clear them out with confidence. So thank you to Casper for that one. I think he's absolutely bang on. Something else that This is something that Casper has suggested along with Ahmed Sultan. So Ahmed commented, and this is absolutely brilliant on his part. I think he makes a really good observation here. Ahmed basically said that the city of Hif is, and that's this city right here that you see on the screen, Hif is a really important city for me, and I fully agree with Ahmed on this. He basically pointed out that since I have all this production coming in from Magma Forge with my racial bonus as Draconian to get extra production, we've got the quarry, we've got the haste berries, and then we've also got a very large city here that's well developed. We've got so much production coming in every turn that this city can just pump out units like crazy if we need it. And we also have this Castle of the Lich King that's only two border growths, so one border growth, two border growths, away from being part of this city. And this will add something really incredible if we can clear it. So Ahmed suggested that if I were to get this Castle of the Lich King in my domain, monster units summoned within this city's domain and produced monster and infantry units have Fear Strike. So basically what that means is that if I were to produce, and Ahmed suggests this, bone collectors, which are a monster, if I were to produce them in the border of this city, they would get Fear Strike, on top of just being incredible units anyway. And I think that's a brilliant, brilliant suggestion. I could also then produce Deathbringers as well, which count as infantry, and they would have Fear Strike. So this would be a city that I can just pump these incredible units out of. And on top of that, because there's so much production, I could probably have them come out in one turn. So I really think that's a brilliant idea. Ahmed also suggested clearing out this Monument of the Ashen Rose to basically acquire additional production, more gold, mana, and knowledge, and just really make this kind of my powerhouse city. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. On top of that, too, we could even get this Lost Library, and potentially as well we can get this Heart of the Blight in this city's domain. Now, a strategic kind of thing that I've thought about here. This city is now, this is a city, which means that it's got one more growth into a metropolis, such as my throne city here. Now, what that means is that due to just city growth alone, this border is going to grow one more time. But that means that we still need one more extra border growth to get this in our domain. And unfortunately, in this city, we've already produced our observatory, and I think we have, yes, and we have a stone wall. So the observatory and the stone wall both add extra domain. Well, that means there's nothing else we can really build to increase our domain. However, if we were to also build a Palace of the Perished in that city, that also gives us domain. So what we're going to have to do to get this into our domain for this city, we're going to have to do two things. We're going to have to get this city to grow into the next upgrade, so a metropolis, to get the city border bigger. And then we're also going to need to build a Palace of the Perished in this city to increase it one more time. So that will increase it 1 hex and 2 hexes, which will be enough to get the Castle of the Lich King, as well as I think here the Heart of the Blight, as you can see, 1, 2. We'll also end up getting the Lost Library, the Watchtower, which doesn't really help us. But anyway, so that's going to be the game plan there. I think that's going to be our best option for kind of doing that. So again, thank you to Ahmed for that excellent suggestion. I'm definitely going to pursue this. Now it's just a matter of getting a unit that's strong enough up here to clear out these structures. And that goes back to something that Casper suggested. So Casper suggested possibly sending Cirrus up to the city of Hif here. So let's go take a peek at where Cirrus is. So Cirrus is in the Shadow Realm. And unfortunately, Cirrus is kind of far south. You can see here, if I go back to the surface, Cirrus is basically right at the equivalent to being right here, which is decently far away. So that may be a little bit too far to get all the way up here. I'll have to kind of figure out, maybe I can parlay Wazul here maybe and get him to come down and clear this out once he's a little bit stronger. And you can see here, these units are leveled up. We're getting stronger. We're starting to kind of get maybe in striking distance of being able to clear these guys out, these two structures. So anyway, excellent suggestions from Casper, from Ahmed, and also from Paratosh. So I really appreciate those guys. I think they're fantastic. This is helping me a lot, and I hope it's helping the rest of the viewers as well. Just kind of learn and kind of min-max how we're approaching this. So again, guys, thank you very much. So that was a little longer than normal interview when it comes, or introduction, I should say, not interlude. Introduction for kind of going over the comments, but they were really, really good ones, and I think they were really important strategic points that I need to kind of think about going forward. So I wanted to take that time. But anyway, guys, let's get into the actual episode here. So when we last left off, excuse me, we were kind of right at the end of, or we were actually not that far into our turn. A lot was still going on, I should say. So we've done some exploring, but we have units that can still move. So let's kind of do that. So we're now able to summon Fallen Angel, which we are working on here. We have some migration that's finished here in this city. So now this is actually in our control. That means we're going to start with a Harvester's Guild as standard. Just in case we need to produce units, we want to get an Embalmer's Guild going right away. And we did get some units here that we were able to Ghoul Curse, as you can see. So Crogar still is able to move. So we're going to send Crogar over here to deal with all of these wonderful undead units who are going to be our new best friends, I think. So let's head over there. So we've got 2 stacks. So we've got the stack actually defending the Boneyard here, which is pretty nothing, although we do have that Wraith King. And then we've also got this stack with the Bone Dragon and these Wraith Kings, who are going to pose a little bit of a problem for us, I think. We are pretty strong, but it would be nice just to have a little bit of backup. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send these units over here that I was able to acquire. And they're going to be there basically just to help us out. So I think what we'll do is we will use our movement here like this. We'll initiate the battle, but we've got a few extra friends to help us. And some of them may end up dying, but of course we're going to be able to hopefully gain some of these wonderful undead units using a combination of control undead and also hopefully greater reanimate undead. So this isn't by any means an easy battle. I mean, we've got some pretty nasty customers. As you can see here, we've got that Bone Dragon, obviously a pretty dangerous tier 4. We have our own, of course. And then we've also got all these Wraith King units who are pretty resistant to damage, especially physical. We'll take a quick peek at them just to reiterate. Yeah, they have 60% physical protection, so we definitely can't sleep on them. So let's kind of start this off by maybe just clearing out some of these lesser units that are kind of in our way, quite frankly. Yeah, let's just see if there's maybe a kind of nice and efficient way for us to clear out some of these units that are going to pose a bit of a, give us a bit of a headache. Yeah, there we go. We'll finish off the Banshee. We can bring our cavalry in to deal with the Lost Soul, and then we'll come in for the Bone Wyvern as well. Now again, these units are going to be pretty squishy. They're not leveled up, so I don't want to get these guys in too far and kind of risk them. But they are going to be there just in case I need them, essentially. Just in case things get real hairy. Now our Deathbringer is not very leveled up, so I don't want to get him in too deep here, because if he goes in and gets killed, I'm going to have to use my Greater Reanimate Undead on him, and that's going to be kind of a waste, as I want to try and make a new friend. In fact, if I can get enough good units from this battle, I could probably reinforce Fearax stack and maybe get them strong enough to go clear out that island, which would sort of kind of fix 2 problems for me in one go. So I think I'm going to maybe do that here. So I think my plan is going to be to kill the Bone Dragon and then recruit the Bone Dragon using Greater Reanimate Undead. That's going to be my main plan here. And then I'm going to try and use Control Undead on one of these Wraith Kings, I think, is going to be the way I want to kind of approach this. So let's move in. We'll light up the Wyvern here and then get the kill with our Deathbringer. Now the question is, who do I attack? So our Bone Dragon is going to start taking a bit of a beating, so we're going to throw him in defense mode just to kind of protect him. We'll kill off that Wyvern there. No worries. And then we'll light up the Carrion Bird a little bit and just do some extra damage. And you know, we have a chance to dazzle them. That might actually be not the worst plan. I don't know if being dazzled... I don't think being dazzled does anything in terms of increasing, like decreasing resistance or anything like that, but... Okay, so that Wraith King is dazzled. Let's take a peek at what it does. So this unit cannot retaliate or make any attacks of opportunity. So it's not really going to improve our odds of Ghoul Curse, but it is a nice little effect to have anyway, so... Alright, so now we need to kind of figure out how do we want to approach this dragon. So I think we're going to just basically send our Titan in to do the work there, as you see. Hits very, very hard. And gets right through the block as well, which is very good. So we got a 49% chance either way. I suppose we could send Crogar in, but I don't want him to get killed early. I mean, if he goes down, he does have Undying, but then all these abilities will not be usable once he comes back. So we got to keep that in mind. Let's see, do we have any other... Okay, yeah, we do. We have throw blades, and we also have long... We can use our longbow, maybe. That might do some more damage. Yeah, there we go. Let's light up this dragon a bit more. Ooh, and we almost got the kill there. That was fantastic. So let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, so they're going to come over for my units over there. It's kind of nice. They're pulling some of the aggro away. I mean, if they go down, it's not really the end of the world, so I'm not going to be too upset. Alright, so our bone dragon is now dead. And that should mean we can make a new friend. There we go, perfect. We got to make sure he doesn't die, because obviously if he goes down, that's not going to be good for us either. So we've got those Wraith Kings there. We've got this one here. So, yeah, unfortunately we're going to come around, get the flank there. I probably should have charged up, gotten a charge there, but we'll get the kill there. So we're probably going to lose at least one of these units. We could always revive them as well, which isn't a bad plan. So let's kill off this Wraith King. We've still got the other ones too. Let's see, can we get the kill? Yes, we can. Alright, good. So that's helping us quite a bit there. Now, can we Shadow Step? Yeah, we can. I just want to tie up these Lost Souls there so they're not going to kind of get in the way. Alright, so this Wraith King here, we obviously can't curse him because he's undead. So this is the guy we want to try and drop a Ghoul Curse on if possible. So... Or not a Ghoul Curse, excuse me. We want to try and control undead, I should say. Alright, so let's end our turn. So he's going to probably kill off the Monster Hunter. Or the... Yeah. Now we'll do something here. So we're going to use Lesser Reanimate Undead to get that unit back. We're going to move in over here. And then we're going to use Shadow Step. And then we're going to try for a... Oh, and we failed. Dang, that would have been nice to get them as well, but hey, that's alright. So now what we'll do, though, is we'll move over here and we will get our Frostling Apprentice back. And we can actually get a good hit on them there as well, which is kind of nice. And then we can get the kill. Perfect. And all of our units are in good shape. Everybody's alive, so no worries there. And let's even get a little bit of experience with our brand new Bone Dragon. There we go. So that battle went quite well. It's just a shame we weren't able to also get a hold of that Wraith King, but we did get this Bone Dragon, who we are going to send a big beetle egg. Yeah, I think I'd rather just have the gold, to be perfectly honest. 10 turns, I'd rather just have the gold. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this dragon up to join this stack up here. Now we're going to want another healer, so maybe what we'll do... We have this city producing a Wraith King next turn, so maybe once that unit's produced, we'll send it down to join up. And that keep in mind that the Wraith King's coming out of here because of Embrace Darkness, which you can see floating around. They're going to have extra lifesteal, so they're a little bit better than the standard Wraith King unit. So we're going to probably send that unit down to join up, I think. Okay, and we had this little mini stack here, which I was kind of building up to be able to do some work. So why don't we, you know what, let's clear out this, and maybe we'll get a slightly better view of what's going on in this city once we take this watchtower. So we kind of were building this sort of hodgepodge little stack here, but let's kind of see if we can deal with these pesky goblins guarding the... So we've got some fire damage here, which we're going to use to full effect. We'll basically just send our Wraith King in as an absolute juggernaut there. You can see, just pretty disgusting. They're labeled as support units, but I think they make almost better, like, frontline fighting troops than anything else. Especially when they have greater lifesteal because of the Embrace Darkness. I can't say enough good things about these units. I know every episode I gush about them, but boy oh boy, they are very, very good. So now all we've got left is the Blight Doctor, who's probably going to take advantage of that weakened. Yep. Oof. Yikes. That was a lot of damage there. Fortunately, we didn't die from it. So we will get the flank there. We do have Petrifying Touch. We also have Heal Undead. So unfortunately I think we can, oh yeah, we can put Dragon Ancestry on ourselves at least. Get a little more experience that way, and there we go. So fortunately with that regrowth, that'll heal up real quick. Okay, so yeah, now we can actually see there we go. So we've got Odrin Stabilis, the High Elf Dreadnought. So we now have contact with Odrin. And there you can see the little start of his city. So obviously this probably is a newly acquired city, as it really hasn't grown much, which would suggest that his base of operations is somewhere further out here and that he's been expanding to the west. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind here. So I'm not going to go too crazy. I don't want to risk anything, so I'm going to keep this stack together here and just have them chill out. Why do we have a get out of... Oh, right, I forgot about this. So we had a unit in the Shadow Realm here that was doing some exploring for us. And if we go back, this unit came from the underground Shadow Gate here. And if we go back, these guys were just kind of doing some scouting. Unfortunately, this city is too well defended for this little hodgepodge stack to be able to think about capturing. So, let's see, maybe we can find something else here, though. Well, we can do some exploring at the very least with this stack, and maybe we'll find something we can do with them. Alright, so yeah, and Cirrus here in the Shadow Realm, he was kind of building up some forces as well, which is good. So we'll throw this guy on the city to defend. And, yeah, we've got lots of different kind of things here we can do. So we've got a Shadow Demon Harvester here. Might be nice to try and grab that guy. Okay, and we've got, and I keep forgetting, but we have this awesome Fallen Angel Wraith King stack over here. Very, very powerful unit. It might even be worth rejuggling kind of what we've got here so that we can maybe have two really, really good stacks. If we, you know, maybe we should send these guys back through the Shadow Gate. Let's just kind of remind everybody where that Shadow Gate portal comes from. So we came through this here, right on this Shadow Gate. So now if we go back to the surface, there isn't one there. So yeah, we came through this underground. So we went through this one to get there. So yeah, that still puts us quite a ways from the city here of Hif, who I do want to get a strong unit up to clear out. So maybe it's more beneficial to just kind of keep exploring in the Shadow Realm. Maybe we go up north and see if we can find some other portals or something like that. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of thinking that might be the good plan. So maybe we'll kind of head over this way. There's still some uncharted territory over here down south, but I think what would be more beneficial is sending this unit kind of up north here. So we've got these Shadow Demon Harvesters who are going to need to be killed for sure. Got this Draconian Flyer. Maybe we'll send these units up here closer to the city, and we'll deal with these pesky assassin scoundrel units. That assassin's going to be a bit of a pain, primarily due to that Assassin Strike, I think it's called. Let's take a peek. Yeah, Assassin Strike. Yeah, that's a really nasty ability. It does a lot of damage and you can't retaliate against it, so we would really like to avoid that particular attack. So we'll blast the heck out of them. And you know what? Let's see. Can we even maybe... Not quite in charming range. So let's blast them. And we're probably going to lose the flyers, I'm guessing, just because they're going to get assassin struck and then... Oh no, okay, they'll be alright. I guess I was kind of overestimating just how strong those attacks were going to be. So now our monster hunter here. So why don't we'll get the kill. There we go. So they're now dead. We don't have to worry about that. We got a decent chance to charm. Nothing incredible, but if we don't, we're probably going to lose somebody. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so they resisted. They're now shook. So we can probably get the kill here. Yep, there we go. Now we'll be just fine. Someone's going to take some damage, but we don't have to worry too much. Yeah, there we go. So now we can come in, get a nice big flank. We can drop a heal and come in and get the kill. There we go. So that's a few pesky units dealt with. And the city is now a tiny bit safer. And I think we'll move within the domain of the city just to be a little bit safer here. I don't really want them actually being in the city because I think I'm going to use them as part of a stack here, maybe to go with this stack here. So now the question is with Cirrus, it might be worth just clearing out these shadow demons. I was going to originally kind of loop up around, clear this out, grab this Forbidden Sanctum and these casting points here, and then go back through here, but it may actually be better to maybe clear some of this out and head north. Maybe I'll do some scouting with this little stack, kind of go up north, see what I find, and then decide if I want to send Cirrus up there. I would like to clear this out, though. These are good opportunities to get some additional units, so let's do that. We'll try for maybe the Shadow Demon Harvester, who's a tier 3 unit, pretty decent. Maybe grab another one of these Shadow Elves to be a base guard. Because the Shadow Realm is a little bit less explored, there's probably going to be more roving units until we kind of clear some of that out. So I do want the city to be decently protected. And can we put a curse on the Shadow Demon? I don't think so, but let's try it. Oh, we can! Okay, let's give it a shot. Well, we failed, but it's, again, worth trying. And yeah, we'll just kind of move everybody up a little bit. So we've got these Storm Priests who can summon these little, yeah, there goes the lightning sprites. And we've got some elemental units that are in need of killing. So we'll finish them off. Give a big blast there. Light up the lightning sprite and get the kill. We'll run and kill off these priests, or try to anyway, almost get the kill. There we go, and then we can finish off the elemental. So now all we've got left are... Ooh, and he summoned his little progeny there, the Harvester. Shadow Demon basically can summon a little larvae. So we're gonna try for a ghoul curse on this guy. I think we'll have to kill off these lightning sprites first. Then let's try for a standard curse. Okay, and we failed. Well, 40%, let's try it. Oh, and we got kind of lucky there, so that's good. And yeah, let's finish him off. There we go. So now we can go deal with the Storm Priest as well. There we go. Alright, so we did get a tier 3 Shadow Demon Harvester. Let's take a peek at this unit. I'm not that familiar with them. So they have this ability to spawn larvae. So devours target corpse before giving birth orally to a Shadow Demon larva. The larva spawns under your control with full health. The remains of machine, elemental, and undead units cannot be targeted. This ability cannot be used on water. And I'm fairly certain that that larvae becomes like a combat summon, and it's not an actual unit you would get to keep. Otherwise, this would be... Well, you know what? Maybe it is. I guess we'll have to actually see. Maybe that is a unit you get to keep. Kind of like how when you use the raised cadaver, you get to keep that. So maybe it's like that. And because it's undead, it gets all the benefits of my... An enemy of the faith is nice. Power ritual. It's also dedicated to evil, which is actually good for me once I get a few more upgrades researched for my empire here. I have some. There's one that actually gives your dedicated to evil units more damage. So yeah, I really like these Shadow Demons. So let's take a look at their weakness. So it's got shock weakness and spirit weakness, which isn't great. The shock weakness we can't really do much about. Spirit weakness and fire weakness here, well, that's just from being undead. But the spirit weakness we can deal with. Oh, no, that's just from being a ghoul and being undead, I guess. That maybe has nothing to do with being a Shadow Demon. Well, anyway, we'll offset these pretty quick by just having them in with our stack if we are so inclined to do that. I don't think we will, necessarily. So now let's also clear out these guys, and maybe we can make a few new friends as well while we're at it. That'll also keep the city safe, which is a good thing. So we'll do this battle as well with Cirrus. Okay. So let's try for some despair. Okay, nobody got despaired there. Let's try for a curse. Nobody got cursed. Ooh, not a very good chance because of the guarding. So let's break their guard with that unit there. Now we should have, yeah, 40% chance, so a much better opportunity. Ooh, and we got it. Once again, we got pretty lucky there. So I guess this is one of those episodes where we're going to have a little bit better luck with our ghoul curse, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. Alright, so let's see what happens here. So he's going to try and go toe-to-toe, and well, that didn't end too well for anybody there. Shadow demons, I should say. Okay, we'll get the kill on this one. There we go. We can come around and try for the flank here. We'll drop a quick heal before we finish this battle off. Let's come around this way, 40%. Wow, and we got it again. Holy cow. We just have massive horseshoes this episode, so that's fantastic. There we go. Okay. So now we've got, man, we've got a little army of, got our own little army of Shadow Demon Harvesters here. So now, if I just get them with a healer, I mean, heck, I could put them in with this stack, and bing, bang, boom, we've got ourselves a pretty decent little army, so quite happy with that. Alright, so now with this stack, let's just head up this way. We want to go clear that out next turn. Boy, that's just fantastic. Really good luck on that ghoul cursing. And up here, right, and that was this stack. So, it looks like Wazul leveled up too. We got so many things going on here. I think, so he's at level 6, so I think maybe we'll save it. We'll save our upgrade for level 7. We'll have better potential upgrades at that point, so I think we get Blood Brothers at that point, so we'll save it for that one. So we'll move this army into the water, and we're going to send them over here to basically go grab this little orc city. Take it by force. That's going to be their plan next turn. All right, so now we got some big boy decisions to make here. So, with Wazul's stack, I think we might be able to clear this dungeon. You know, this is a really tough call because unfortunately in this stack we don't have the ability to revive anybody. So if anybody goes down, they're dead and they're not coming back. And we're fighting against a Manticore Rider, Draconian Manticore Rider, Draconian Phalanx, Draconian Warbreed, and this Warbreed is kind of like that Earth Elemental in that it has regrowth. So we got to keep that in mind. If you're going to fight this thing, you kind of got to do all the damage at once and kill it. Don't let it keep healing. This Phalanx is a pretty tough unit. And then we've got these Monster Hunters who are going to have advantages against some of our units. Yeah, geez, you know, this is a tough battle. I mean, I think I can probably do it. And we have some opportunities for some good ghoul cursing here. So let's give it a shot. We're gonna roll the dice on this one. I do still have all my casting points, so maybe I can help out if necessary with some spells. And don't forget, I forgot. So, but Wazul himself, we can use Lion's Courage here to help as well. So that'll be quite useful, I think. Okay, so let's be kind of careful in this battle. We're going to use our Deathbringers obviously as our bit of our kind of main vanguard. We're going to use Weaken to try and help with ghoul cursing. That's for sure. Now, who do we want to put Lion's Courage on? I think we'll put it on... Actually, we could put it on both Deathbringers, honestly. Maybe we'll just do that. Because I think we have enough to cast it again. Alright. So yeah, we're just going to put everybody and just making sure that we've... Okay, yeah, we're good. They probably won't come out at us. These units tend to... Yeah, they're going to hang back until we get a bit closer. So we're going to just kind of move in. Just keep gradually kind of advancing. We'll throw another Lion's Courage on there. I don't want to get my casters in too far, because if they go in too far, they're going to be vulnerable. Alright, so we're going to keep these guys kind of together as a bit of a... What's the range on these guys? Okay, so they are now in range, so I'm expecting that we are going to get some advancement. We'll keep Wazul back with the support units, so let's see what happens. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. Come at me. Okay, so that unit is now immune to Ghoul Curse. We did, fortunately, curse these Phalanx, so they are now hopefully going to be one of our new friends. I think we'll put the Weakened on the Warbreed, because I do like Warbreeds, and it would be nice to get one. So we'll throw that on there. And then we're probably going to move over and try and kill that one off. So let's see now. Can we maybe deal with this Manticore Rider a bit? Let's blast him. And then can we get the kill this way? We're going to take some big damage. So we're going to do a minimum of 6 plus 1 plus 4. So minimum of 11. What's a max that we do? If we do max damage, we do 10 plus 2 is 12. Plus 6, 18. Probably won't get the kill, but we'll do quite a bit of damage. So let's try it. We did get the kill. All right, good. Good, good, good. Now we don't have to worry about that. With the Draconian Deathbringer, we're going to finish off the Phalanx. There we go. And then I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to kind of move in like this next to the Warbreed, and we're going to throw ourselves in defense mode. And the reason I'm doing that is because if we attack the Warbreed now, the Warbreed is in defense mode, so we would have a lower chance of getting that Ghoul Curse off. So now this way we might have a better chance. Let's see if maybe we can get... Okay, I was trying to maybe light him on fire with the Firebomb, but no such luck there. All right, let's see what happens. We are going to probably take some hits here. Let's see if... Hopefully nobody dies. Okay, no worries there. We're taking some little bitty damage, but... Oh, and we got the Ghoul Curse there. Perfect. That's fantastic. So this... Actually, we'll have this again in a turn, but I don't know if the battle's going to go that long. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, might be nice to actually just kind of jump in behind one of these two units. Tie them up in melee. And then we can do the same thing with this one here. Jump in behind. Okay, and looks like both these units became immune. And we could always dispel the magic if necessary in order to make him have another chance at Ghoul Curse. But I think we've already got some pretty good units, and I don't want to get too cocky here, so I think we're just going to play this one a bit safer. Kind of just try and wrap up the battle here. What we'll do is we'll drop a heal on our Raptor, send him in to get the kill there. And then we'll move in here and we'll blast that. So we've already got a Phalanx and a Warbreed out of this battle, so I'm very happy with that combo. And we'll do a heal here on this Deathbringer. And then I think... Now, are these guys are not yet immune. Yeah, they haven't been attempted to be Ghoul Cursed. So what we can do, first things first, we'll throw a Weakened on them. That's going to help. And then... Oh, and then you know what we can do? We can try and Ghoul Curse. So we're going to... Oh, dang. I shouldn't have moved that far away. That was an oopsie. Well, now we just have one chance. Oh, we failed. What I was going to do there, and of course I moved too far, I was going to flank with the one. If they became immune, I was going to dispel the magic using the Apprentice and then try again with the other one. But it's just as well. So we have these two really good units. I'm very happy with both of them. Those are both Warlord. Ooh, and then look at this. We can get a Frostling Ice Queen and an Orc Shock Trooper and 250 gold. Hell yeah, I'll take that. That's fantastic. So that's great because the Frostling Ice Queen has... Heal Undead, as this is a support unit. So that's great. That Ice Queen can maintain a stack. You'll notice these units aren't undead, so just something to note. And then we've got these two big boys who are just really good. And we can actually kind of rejuggle this stack a little bit, which might actually be kind of a good thing. I think with all these units now, we might be able to start thinking about maybe taking out this Ziggurat. And let's just remind ourselves, so what's in the Shadow Realm here? Okay, yeah, pretty much a dead end. I mean, it would be kind of cool to raid this, but we don't really need anything from here, so we won't worry too much about going in there. And there's probably no units that are going to come out and surprise us, which is a good thing. Another thing we can do is we can clear out this dungeon, which would allow us to then make slaughter pits for our throne city, which is a good thing to be able to do. Oh yeah, and I made a reanimator there who I was going to send over to kind of help out with what's going on in this area. I think, though, I'm actually going to send this Reanimator over this way. Because now I've got all these great units, so I don't really need the help. I'd rather have the reinforcements over there, quite frankly. And I can't forget that there are units that are eventually going to come out of here again, probably, and come raid my city. So, and they could raid Hif, and I don't want to lose Hif. I had those elementals. I haven't yet cleared out the spawner for that, so... Alright, so now I just have to decide what the heck do I do with all these great units now. It would be kind of nice to turn these into undead, so in order to do that, I would need them with the stack here. This Ziggurat is probably might be a bit above my pay grade still. And because these units aren't leveled up yet, they're still going to be useful, but not, you know, disgustingly useful. And what we'll do here is we're actually going to move Wazul off the stack, put him with these 2 units, and that's going to use his Arc Lich powers to turn them both into ghouls. And that way they'll be a little bit more useful to me. And we're going to just tell these units to all chill at that point. So this unit's going to have to chill and guard the city. Yeah, lots going on. So we have a level up here for Firak. And he's level 6. So, you know what? Let's do Guardian Flame. Despite not healing undead, it does give them fire protection and extra fire damage, which is really good. And it's also a way to maybe farm some XP. So let's grab that. And then we'll save the other 3 points. Okay, so Crogar still has some movement left, so we can take advantage of that. We can either go to the tomb or go grab this quarry. I think I'd rather go up to the tomb, so we're going to head up there. And then we'll move this guy to join. These units, I suppose, yeah, this stack will kind of just come back. I also need to clear this out, obviously, and clear this watchtower out. As well, I can grab this ancient ruin while I'm at it. So there's lots to do in this area. All of that, I can do that with Crogar. Now, Firak. Now, this is, again, I kind of got to think about this, but I think I'm going to be able to clear this out with Firak if I also send up the Bone Dragon I acquired here, and also maybe grab a Wraith King from this city, which is going to be produced next turn, and send it down as well. I think I'll be able to kind of mush together a force that can clear this out. So, with that in mind, let's go embark here. We're gonna head over to the island. So that frees up Crogar to keep pushing east, which is going to be useful. We are going to clear this out a bit, and then we'll push east. And we had a level up here with Cirrus, who we can do now. So Cirrus is at level 16. With him, we have Scourge of Undead, which is just obscenely powerful. Basically, every round in battle, you summon a random undead unit, and it's a combat summon, but that's just filthy. Very, very good. This can single-handedly turn the tide of a battle in your favor, so... but let's see what else we want to do with him. So he's got 9 points. We've got some pretty good options here. We could get, like, Invoke Death. We could get things that help with Ghoul Cursing. Necromantic Aura is kind of nice if you're fighting undead and they hit you. They have a chance to basically get insta control undead. Undying Army is kind of nice. It turns all of your units into Undying. Gives them all Undying and also Resurgence, which is really good. Although, frankly, I think I like Scourge of the Undead better than this. We could just give him more casting points as well, so that he's able to cast that. He's able to cast Scourge of the Undead and have enough left to cast, say, Stiffen Limbs or Death Ray. We could also upgrade his stats, although frankly his stats are pretty incredible, and I'm not really that excited about doing that at this point. I think he doesn't really need it, because he's got from the items, he's just really powerful. So let's just think what would be the most helpful for him. I think maybe we'll just do... He's already got Lifesteal. Yeah. So let's do... You know, we could do Inflict Curse and Inflict Despair as a combo. Let's do that. Inflict Curse and Inflict Despair. There we go. So now he's just going to be a ghoul cursing machine. And then maybe when he levels up again, we can keep going with that. So we also had level ups here from Bahir. So Bahir can now be Undying, which is absolutely fantastic for him. And we can actually move this stack. So we've got... Last episode, we actually acquired this Shadow Demon Bombard, which is kind of cool. So let's move him in. So we were basically going to just kind of do some more exploring off to the east here. And again, we're still looking for Dwemis. So we still don't know exactly where Dwemis is. We're working on that, though. So we've got some elves here that need to die. They are guarding some treasure, which I want to get my my rotting hands on as I'm an undead individual. So let's light up these longbowmen. I suppose we could maybe try and grab these longbowmen, but I think we'll just kind of get the kills here. When I say grab, I mean Ghoul Curse, of course. There we go. Nice big damage. And we can't quite get the kill, but we can do some damage, then we can get the finisher with. There we go. And then we can do another blasty blast there. Butcher's almost gold medal, which is kind of cool for him. Ouch. Some big damage there, and we'll drop a heal. So, let's see, let's just see if anybody's kind of close to leveling up here. I guess we can drop another heal for some experience. Well, let's just use our Bone Dragon while the Bone Dragons still need to level up. They're only bronze medal, so we'll just get them some more experience while we're at it. And so we got some treasure from that, which is excellent. We're actually doing quite well for gold, so pretty shortly here we're going to be able to start worrying about our... So we'll clear this out next turn, I think is going to be the game plan. So we got this little guy, and I think he came from up above here. So you know what? This is actually really, really good. So Bahir is now in a position where he can pop up. We can send him through here. He can pop up above ground right here, move in and grab this Frostling City, and then just come in and we can lay the absolute hurt on the Dreadnought, on that High Elf Dreadnought. So that's probably what I'm going to do with him. It would be also maybe nice to grab this quick while we're down here. We can clear this, and then maybe go up there. What I'm going to do with this little guy, though, is I'm going to continue to do some scouting, because I need to find out if maybe Dwemis is over here somewhere or something like that. Let's do our other hero level up. So we've got Nabal. So Nabal is at level 9 as a warlord. We've already got... I think we've already got Blood Brothers with him. Yeah, so he's already got Blood Brothers, so we don't need to worry about that. Tireless is kind of nice. No action points are spent on retaliation or attacks of opportunity. Do we have... Yeah, we have martial arts with him too, so... You know, that might be a really nice kind of combo there. I don't think... What's his casting points? He's got 25 casting points. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to go Tireless with him. That's a pretty decent combo. And... Oh, we had a level up here as well from Crogar. And Crogar is level 14. I think maybe we'll just save this one. Although, you know, Inflict Despair maybe. We do have Invoke Death. Yeah, let's do Inflict Despair while we're at it. I was going to save it and maybe get Necromantic Aura, but I think we'll just get Inflict Despair, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty good. We've already got, I think we got Lifesteal with him. Yeah, we do. So, Crogar's pretty beastly. See, we completed, this is the reason I think all of our units leveled up instantly. So we were able to get Centurion. We were the first to have 100 units. That's why all our heroes leveled up. And we also got just extra medals for all our units. So all of your units level up instantly. That's a pretty cool thing. And here we go. Here's Audrin. So we're going to get used to him, because we're going to be fighting him now probably for our next couple, on the horizon. That's our new opponent. So we still got some units that can move. Let's go back underground. Here we go. So Nabal can now move. And we've got this dungeon here. Let's take a look at his stack. So we've got Blight Doctor, who can heal. Evangelist, who can heal and convert. Nabal himself is a warlord. And we got a couple of these butchers. And nobody in this stack can revive, unfortunately, which is kind of not good for us. Oh yeah, so there we go. Now we got this little unit. Can do some exploring with this stack. So maybe while I'm kind of pondering what to do here, I'm trying to decide if I want to clear out this dungeon or not. If I even can, honestly. I don't know if I'm strong enough. We're going to clear this while I'm thinking about that. So we will try and deal with all these pesky units. So I can't sleep on this one, because once again, these These little Grimbeak crows can actually be much more devastating than you sort of initially think they're going to be. So we'll throw our Wraith there in defense mode. We're going to go in with our Butcher and get a kill. And I think maybe we will... It would be nice to deal with the Carrion Bird, but I don't really want to take some attacks if I can avoid it. So let's go over here and deal with these guys. There we go. And what I'm worried about is that they're going to fly in and kill my Blight Doctor. Yeah, there it is. Ouch. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we survived, no worries there. Come in here and get the flank with our pikemen, and then our Wraith has already moved, so then we'll come in and wail on the Grimbeak Crows. There we go, no problem. And unfortunately, unit can't be affected, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to run back this way, and then we're going to do a self-heal. There we go. And this guy's probably going to flank the Serpent, yep, and just get obliterated. So no worries there. Cleared that out. And then we can regroup and start heading down this way. And here we go, we got another city. So with this stack, we'll be able to do quite a bit of damage as we've got some pretty powerful units. This Wraith is already leveled up quite well. So we'll be able to kind of have this little stack do its own thing. Okay, up here. Yeah, you know, assuming this dungeon is very similar to the other one with a Manticore Rider, a few guys like that, I just don't think it's worth the risk. This stack just isn't quite at the level where I think if these guys maybe were all gold medal, I think then I could probably do it, but I don't really want to risk it at this point. The kind of the risk reward on that isn't really super high, so I don't think it's really worth it. So maybe what I'll do instead is I will kind of head over this way with Nabal. I think, yeah, I'll maybe go up this way. I can clear out some of these. I can clear this structure out. Keep going this way. And yeah, and there's lots up here that I have to deal with. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll go this way with Nabal. Because we can't go this way. So in this stack here is going to be able to kind of clear this out and grab this city. So yeah, we're doing really well underground. And we've got a decent amount of stored up knowledge here. It'd be nice to have a little more, but I think that pretty much does it for most of our movement of our units. So yeah, let's do our research now. Been saving that up. I do want to get my hands on the ability to produce Bone Collector, just because, again, they're a very powerful unit, and we could also get Deathbringers after that. I could just get Scorched Earth right now, and of course, Age of Death is always nice, but you know that takes quite a bit of turns to research, and then it costs you 600 casting points. So, I mean, let's say this only takes me 5 or 6 turns with my Whispers of the Fallen gaining me additional knowledge. That's 5 turns, and then to summon, that's another, 7 turns maybe. So that's a fair ways off. So I don't think I'm going to worry too much about this. I'm already growing my army pretty darn quickly as it is. Yeah, maybe I'll grab this just in case things get hairy. Basically what this does, target city you own will be instantly raised when you lose control over it, and you don't suffer a happiness penalty from cities raised by Scorched Earth. I think I'm going to do this one just to have it. Because that way, let's say the battle here with the Dreadnought gets really nasty, or with Dwemis, maybe he comes out of the woodwork and he's just a beast. I can kind of, prevent them from getting a hold of my cities or whatever, and then I can come back with Animate Ruin and regain control very rapidly. So I'm also hoping that kind of frees up some additional spells here that might be of use to me. So yeah, I'm happy I got that one, actually. That's quite useful. So now we don't really have enough stored up to really be of any benefit. Not that we can't one turn anything. So now the question is, do I do Bone Collector, or do I maybe grab some of these other spells? I think we'll do Bone Collector now. We'll start working on that. And now let's do our production. So we've got some production to deal with. We've got a decent amount of gold. There's a few cities I'm going to prioritize before I do anything else, though. So Sif is one of them. Or Hif, excuse me. So we want to get that Palace of the Parish. Now to get there, we're going to need this Great Temple. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to start producing a Great Temple there. We could even rush it, I suppose, but I don't want to hurt the growth, so we won't rush it. And it's going to be a little while before we have it up and running in terms of being able to produce really good things. So I'm not too worried about that. We could start maybe producing another item in this city. Although, again, we could just make another reanimator, which I think maybe we'll do. Down in Peston, so this city here, this is the one we've just kind of acquired. I don't think we have anybody to really guard it at the moment. I suppose what we could do is maybe produce a Swarm Darter or a Blight Doctor or something like that and send it down to guard the city. I want at least one unit there just in case there's some roving units. You know what? Why don't we'll make another Blight Doctor here, and we'll send this guy down to go guard the city. I think that's going to be the plan there. And now in this city, what do we want to produce? So let's kind of take a peek at what we got here. So we've got lots of mana income coming from this city. And we do have this dungeon, which we could maybe eventually clear. Let's do a siege workshop. Get a little more production coming out of that city. Back up here. Hang on now. Before we spend the rest of this gold, let's go see if there were any other cities where I was kind of, really needing to produce something specific. I've got quite a few cities now, so it's going to be easy for me to kind of lose track of what's going on. So I got to make sure I keep in mind all of these things. I also forgot I have this builder moving down. And I was going to kind of put up a city maybe somewhere in here. This looks like a good spot. So, again, I may get killed by roving units if I'm wandering around. But, yeah, so this tomb is explored. So we could put a city, like, kind of right in here somewhere. That would probably be a good spot for it. So we'll maybe do that in a turn or two. So let's just see here. In a lot of these cities now, I really do need to get smart on what I'm producing. So this city here has pretty good income. You can see here we've got the Foundry bringing lots of production. We've got Haunted Inn with good production. Gold Mines, Fire Node. Unfortunately, we didn't clear out this Raven's Keep, but that would be a good something. We've also got additional stuff coming there. Could make a Magic Academy to make some decent support units. But I think maybe we will just do merchandise in this city for now. We're going to focus on a few of the other cities that we kind of need to grow. So we're going to do Embalmer's Guild there just in case we need to produce anything. Back here, this is our Draconian former throne of Firak. It's able to make some pretty incredible units. We could make flyers out of this city, which would be really nice. Unfortunately, it really doesn't have much in the way of like good structures. We've got a couple of gold mines, which is great, but there's no nothing that is going to give me bonuses to the units I produce, really. So I think maybe we'll make some flyers. They're going to be embalmed, which is good. So I think that's what we'll do, because we do have an Embalmer's Guild here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we do. So we will make a flyer there. And yeah, that's going to handle that. So this is back over. We're going to just do some merchandise in most of these other cities for now. We can do an Embalmer's Guild here. Again, I like doing those because they just help the city grow, and if I need to produce units, then the units are stronger. So, whoops. And Zwa here. A lot of these cities are just going to get merchandise for now. Okay, and we got this little stack. Now, I was going to send them into the... I think I was going to send them into the Shadow Gate and just see what's on the other side. Okay, and we got this spawning structure, so we need to clear this out because this is sending Shadow Demons in. Now, unfortunately, we've got these are going to be too powerful for us, I think, to handle with just these two units. However, if we send in some reinforcements, maybe like from this city, send in a Flamer to go help, we can probably deal with it. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll maybe even come back through just to kind of... We can guard this thing, so we'll just hang out there for a turn or two, maybe. Actually, let's even go take a peek. Is there anything we could go clear out maybe while we're... You know what, we can clear some of these structures, actually. Let's do that, and then we'll head up there. So that's something I just need to keep in my head, that I want to clear out some of these structures here to get some extra bonuses, and then head through there and finish off those shadow demons before they become a real problem for me. I don't really have any other units that are going to be of tremendous benefit to me. Suppose I could... Oh, you know what? We have a Draconian Elder being produced there. So let's actually send both these guys up. That'll be a decent little stack. That'll actually work out pretty well. Alright, so here we've got kind of our hodgepodge little unit. And, you know, I could even throw in another unit if need be. So here we've only got one healer, but these two units aren't undead. So I think we're okay in that respect. Let's take a quick peek at what we're going to be dealing with if we go for this. So that's actually kind of that's not an easy fight for us. It's not an impossible fight by any means, but it's not an easy fight. We could reinforce ourselves a little bit maybe with the Saber-Tooth Chariot. I think we'll do that, and then let's try this battle out. So because I have some units that aren't undead, they are going to be able to maybe try and convert me, so I just got to keep that in mind. And yeah, you know, this is actually going to be a fairly difficult battle. I can't do anything too stupid here, or I will lose some units that I don't want to lose. So we'll do that. Chariot can kind of come back and hang out. We're just going to put most of our guys in some form of defense mode, I think. Let them move in a little bit on us. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got weakened. Did make some cadavers. A little bit of an ouch there on our Manticore Riders, taking some punishment. So we're going to throw a heal on dead there. And now let's move in and do some big damage here if we can. There's one big attack. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, we can do some big damage to the Evangelist. There we go. Unfortunately, we took quite a bit. So we may lose our Chariot unit, but that's alright. I mean, if it happens, it happens. And I think what we'll do is we'll throw on a War Cry, fly this way, and then see if we can maybe get the... Yeah, we got the one hit, no problem there. So now we just got 2 units left. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so I was fully expecting the Chariot to go down. Not really the end of the world, quite frankly. And there we go. And now we've just got the Reanimator left, who's going to get Manticore Ridered in the back. Oh, and there we go. We got Siphon Life, so that's going to free up another research slot there. Let's just take a peek. Yeah, so, okay, now, here we go. This is one I wanted. Entwined by Shadows. So once we're done Bone Collector, we're going to jump over to this. So all friendly dedicated to evil units gain +1 resistance, +20% spirit protection, and +2 shock damage. And not a lot of things are resistant to shock damage, so that's a really good one. So I like this one a lot, and because of all my Embrace Darkness and my heroes being dedicated to evil, that's just a really good one. It's particularly good for things like my Wraith Kings and my Archon units and Shadow Demons now, so that's a really good one. I'm very, very happy I have that. And, you know, we might be able to do this battle. We're a little beat up, but let's see. So we've got a tier 2 and all other tier 1s. I'm tempted to. I just wish I had a little bit more healing in this stack. You know what? I think I'm gonna skip it. I don't want to risk it. Want these guys to get a bit stronger. We'll clear out some of this stuff. And we want to kind of keep exploring a little bit too. Yeah, and he's hanging out. This guy's going to be told just to chill. Again, this stack is going to join there, so we'll tell them to hang out. So that's going to do it for our turn. So I think we'll call it the episode there. So unfortunately, we didn't get too many turns done here. We basically just got through this big turn, but lots of big things happened here, and we kind of now have a plan in place going forward. So I think we're going to get into the action a bit more in terms of combat with our opponents here. So I'm really going to try, like I said, to push the advantage now. I'm going to use this little stack that I've kind of been cobbling together, and then I'm also going to start bringing Bahir's stack. Bahir's got a pretty deadly stack here with these Bone Dragons. The only thing I could maybe use would be one more healing unit in here, but I'm going to use Bahir's stack, come up here through this tunnel, come up top, grab this Frostling City, as I said, and then make my way over and start hammering into this Dreadnought. So I think we're gonna be going to battle pretty quick, and I'm probably gonna maybe grab these guys first, try and grab this Bone Dragon, because we're gonna need all the tier 4s we can get. I'm sure that these guys are, you know, they have Paragon and Sage, so they're probably gonna start pumping out tier 4 units, probably gonna have a ton of Juggernauts that I'm gonna have to deal with. So I need to be prepared for that, and I am starting to summon these Fallen Angels, but I'm fully expecting them to just have a barrage of these big, heavy tier 4 units to deal with. So in any case, guys, I mean, things are going well, and again, all those comments I really appreciate. The suggestions are really helping kind of improve what I've got going on. In terms of places for new cities, I'm really thinking down here would be a good one, because there's literally nothing. You can see there are no cities down here, and I haven't cleared anything down there, so eventually I might try and get a unit over there. And I still need to maybe grab that Naga dwelling here, at least maybe make it a vassal or something. I don't really want to put the time into developing it necessarily, but... And then we've got our little island that we're planning to deal with. We're going to send Firak, but we're going to augment his stack, as I said, with the Bone Dragon. And then we are still working on our island up here with Wazul. Where is it? Here we go. And we were really lucky that we cleared out this dungeon. And the only thing left going to be is this Ziggurat, which, you know, we'll have to see if we're strong enough. But in any case, guys, yep, this is going quite well, and I'm very happy with this game so far. So we're going to save this one here. And we're going to call this one episode 15. Hopefully I can eventually kind of have the whole west side of the map here. It's just this kind of red death kind of coming over. So that's going to be the plan going forward. Expand the Empire some more, and then start really hammering on our Dreadnought opponent, who we know where he is. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.